Hello everyone, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the things you need to do if you get pulled over by the police. Now, the first thing you need to do if you get pulled over by the police is move to the shoulder, put your car in park, and place your hands on the steering wheel. By you putting your hands on the steering wheel, you're keeping the scene safe, all right? A police officer is trained to watch your hands during a traffic stop, okay? So to make things easier, just keep your hands on the steering wheel. All right. Now, during a traffic stop, a police officer is required to obtain your driver's license, your registration, and your insurance. All right. So keep those documents handy. I always keep my driver's license in my wallet. I keep my registration and my insurance card in my glove compartment. Okay. Because a police officer can give you an additional ticket if you don't provide proper documentation when required. All right. Now, during a traffic stop, be respectful and polite to the police officer. Why do I say that? Because police can use discretion at a traffic stop, okay? Meaning, if you were pulled over for doing 70 miles per hour in a 40, which is 30 miles over the speed limit, a police officer can give you 2 tickets. He can give you a ticket for speeding, and he can give you a ticket for reckless driving. Now, depending on your attitude, he can just cut you a break and give you a ticket for speeding and waive the reckless driving ticket, all right? And he can also reduce the speed. So if you're doing 70 in the 40, he can reduce the speed down to 50 in the 40, which is just 10 miles over the speed limit, which is a lesser fine. Okay, so just remain polite and be respectful during your traffic stop. Now, if an officer asks you to get out the car, just comply. Don't argue with the officer. Don't fight. Just comply. Because if an officer is asking you to get out the car, he either saw something, or you did something, or you said something to raise the officer's suspicion for him to ask you to get out the car. So just comply, and you can argue later in court. For an example, I used to do security at a middle school, and I would tell my students all the time, if a teacher asks you to leave her classroom or his classroom, just leave and go to the principal's office and argue in the principal's office, which is like the courthouse for school. I would tell my students, don't argue in the classroom, because now you're causing a disruption in the class. So you're causing 2 problems now. You're being insubordinate and you're causing the disruption. Just leave the classroom and argue later. Same thing with a traffic stop. If an officer asks you to exit the vehicle, just comply and argue later in court if it needs to go there. Okay? Now, passengers, during the traffic stop, you do not have to give your name or show your ID, all right? Unless you are in violation of a traffic law, meaning you're not wearing your seatbelt or you have contraband that's in plain view, okay? Contraband is anything illegal to possess, all right? So, passengers, during the traffic stop, just remain silent throughout the process, okay? Now, if you receive a ticket, most states you have 30 days to pay the ticket for simple traffic violations. For the more serious traffic violations like reckless driving or going 30 or more above the speed limit, those what they call must appears, meaning that you must appear in court, all right? And I would advise you to hire a lawyer for more serious traffic violations, okay? That's the video. If you enjoyed the video, like, share, and comment, all right? And remember, build your own dreams, because if you don't, someone will hire you to build theirs. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.